Good morning, guys. Welcome to our assembly. It's Monday morning, and this assembly is very, very different because some of you will be watching it at home, like you have been for the past 10 weeks, but some of you, very excitingly, are watching it in school. So welcome back. I've probably seen some of you when I've been walking around school already, or I'll have seen some of you when you came to school and you were walking in. So well done, you've made it back. That's fantastic. And all your teachers have been really, really, really looking forward to seeing you and have been planning loads and loads of exciting stuff. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why you're back in school and what you're going to be doing when you're back in school, and maybe a little bit about how you're going to be feeling as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the changes that have happened, some of the things that you're going to be doing, and then we'll come back together at the end of this one. So let's have a look. Hold on, there we go. Back to school. There's a bit of a story about returning to school and what that's going to be like. You have been superheroes, okay? Not like Iron Man or the Hulk. You've not been destroying large buildings and shooting at baddies, but you stayed at home. And you stayed in the house most of the time, apart from your daily exercise, and some of you might have been shopping. And you were amazing with your home learning. You stuck to the social distancing rule and stayed 2 meters apart from anyone outside of your house. You sneezed into your elbows or coughed into your elbows. And you washed your hands with soap for 20 seconds, or you counted elephants as you washed your hands. 1 elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants. You've used tissues to wipe your noses, you put them in the bin, and you even stopped seeing your friends and family who didn't live with you. So you've gone through all of those different things and you've been absolutely brilliant. So you all need to give yourselves a really big pat on the back and say, well done, because the things that you've done have had a really big impact. So guess what? Fewer people are getting coronavirus now. You've done an awesome job, and you had part of that, and it feels a bit funny to say that, but you played a really important part. If you stayed at home and if you stayed away from people when you were out and you didn't mix with other people and you kept all those hygiene measures, you deserve a round of applause. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. So the government want to get things back to normal. They've got a plan. So a list of things that needs to be done to make sure that everybody stays safe, and everyone has to follow the plan. It's really, really important. And we're going to follow that plan in school as well. So to get back to normal, we need to do things a little bit at a time. So you might have realised that you're allowed outside more. Mum and dad might be going to work, and you can meet some people you know outside your house, so long as you stay 2 meters apart and so long as you stay outside. And it's really, really important that you stick to the plan. We don't want lots of people getting sick again. If people don't stick to the plan, that might happen. You might not be able to be in school. You might not be able to see your friends at all, because we could all just have to stay back inside again. Okay, so step 1 in this very important plan relies on you carrying on with those distancing measures that we've talked about. And number 2 on the plan is that some kids can go back to school, which is brilliant. The very important scientists think it's safe now for some children to go back to school, as long as we stick to the rules. You can't all go back at once. That will be too much, because this plan is about doing a little bit at a time. Now, in Monday's assembly last week, I talked about all the different things that we're going to be doing so that you guys can stay safe in school. And that bit about some kids can go back to school, that is only if you stick to the rules. Okay, you absolutely have to stick to the rules that your teachers have been telling you about already today. And you've been chosen to go back. How does that feel? You might be worried or excited. You might be happy, sad, scared, angry, shocked, or something else entirely. But that's okay. Like we've talked about in lots of these assemblies, all of the feelings are okay. If you've got big feelings, there'll always be someone at school that can help you and make you feel better and safe. Your teachers are really, really good at that, and they can help you feel better if you talk to them. Now, one of the things that you'll be doing right the way through the next few weeks is you'll be taking chance in school to talk about your feelings. And it might be that you're comfortable talking about your feelings straight away and sitting there in front of 15 other children or 14 other children and an adult saying, this is how I feel. I'm sad, I'm scared, I'm upset. Or I'm really happy, I'm really excited. It might be that you take ages to get to that point where you feel ready to say it in front of everybody, so you can just say it to the adult that you're with, because that adult that you're with, whether it's your normal teacher or not, really cares about you and thinks you're really, really important. Okay, so they really want to listen to how you're feeling and to find out so they can help you. Now, when you come back to school, some things are the same and some things are different. And your teachers are going to tell you all about that, and you will already have learned some of those things. They're working hard to make your school safe. So you will be taught in bubbles. And you might have already seen some bubble mixture around the school, but your little group is a bubble. It's a bubble of children. So you've been taught in groups before. You know what that's like. And you're going to spend all your time with this group of people. Have a look around to everybody else in your bubble now. Wave to them. Say hi. And it might be your teacher. It might be another teacher. But this is your bubble. So your friends might still be in other bubbles and you won't be able to play with them. But it won't be forever. You can still wave at them or smile. So you might see them on another part of the playground. But most of the time, well, in fact, all of the time when you're in school, you will stay in your bubble, and you'll play in your bubble. You'll have playtimes and lunchtimes in your bubbles. So you're going to stay well apart from everybody else. But your teachers are still going to make learning really, really good fun. They're still going to make sure that you have a really good time at playtimes. And even if you're with 14 other children that you don't normally play with, just like when you sit with someone else in a maths group or you work with someone else in a PE lesson before we were locked down, you'll still get on with them and you'll still be okay. So your teachers are going to tell you more about what's going to be different. You need to remember what you were doing at home to stay safe, and you're going to do similar things in school. There's lots of exciting things for you to do at school, and it will be fun and will help you to remember what those new routines are. So you will have washed your hands or cleaned them with sanitizer before you sat down in your seat. Your teachers will tell you which door you're going to be going in and out of. Your teachers will tell you about which part of the playground you're going to be going in and out of. And your teachers will have already shown you where you're sitting, and they'll show you about your pens and pencils and stationery and how that's going to work as well. So you've got your own things. There's lots and lots of things in the routine that we will tell you about. And if you're not sure about any of it, because there's loads to remember, you just have to ask. And you can ask again and again and again. And there's no such thing as a silly question. Okay, so if you're not sure about what to do or how to do it, you need to put your hand up and ask. So remember, you are in the superhero team because you are part of that team continuing to fight this virus. Be proud of yourselves. You've done a brilliant job so far. Okay, we are all delighted to welcome you back to school because we have missed you so much. So I will see you soon as I am walking around. I'm going to come to the classroom doors. I'm going to stand at the door, and I'm not going to come into the classroom, but I will speak to everybody. Okay, so I'm making sure that with all of your doors and windows open, that it's safe for me to just walk in and make sure that I am distanced from everybody, but I can see everyone when I come round. Okay, so I will see you all at some point. I know you're going to be doing amazing work. I know you're going to be showing amazing behaviour as well. So at the end of the day, I'm going to catch up with your teachers, and we might be doing it outside, so we're in the fresh air because the coronavirus doesn't spread as well in the fresh air, or we might be doing it like this using Google Meet. Okay, and I am going to be hearing all about your amazing work, but more importantly, I'm going to be hearing all about your fantastic behaviour. Okay, our school rules remain exactly the same. Okay, it's about looking after ourselves, looking after each other, and looking after the property. Okay, so just to go over those, looking after ourselves. Okay, so making sure that you are okay and that you are behaving in the right way. So making sure that you're following all those hygiene rules about hand washing and all of those sorts of things. Okay, making sure that you're listening and trying your hardest in everything, in your work, but also in the way that you are around school, the way you're walking sensibly, the way you're playing with new people, and the way you're making sure you're following those hygiene measures. The second rule, looking after other people and respecting other people. Okay, so if you follow all those hygiene measures, you're respecting other people as well. Okay, so that means that you must always cough and sneeze into your elbow like that. You must always use some of our sanitizing spray to make sure that your hands are properly clean. Okay, because that means that you're not spreading the coronavirus around, okay, or any other germs. You must make sure that you look after the third thing, which is our property. So you keep your pen and pencil on your desk. You keep all of your stuff on your desk, nice and tidy and organised, so that everything can be cleaned at the end of the school day, so that we make sure our school is a nice, safe environment as well. Okay, so 3 things: ourselves, others, and property. And I know you're all going to be brilliant at that. I'm looking forward to hearing about it from your teachers. Okay, I'm really, really pleased we've got you back in school, guys. If you're at home watching this, then all of this will be relevant to you when you come back into school. We don't know when that's going to be yet, but we're really looking forward to seeing you guys as well, because we miss you as well. Okay, so that's your assembly for today. I will see you again on Wednesday for an assembly. On Tuesday, it's another assembly from the Picture News team. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday for the assembly. Bye-bye.